I was actually lucky to have a lot of pretty cool jobs, I would say, growing up as a kid. One of the jobs I had, and I'm breaking this news now, is I was a secret agent. No joke. I was a secret agent. Legally, literally, all of that. Technically, but only for 6 months. Only for 6 months. I was a secret agent for 6 months. And the only thing more interesting than the work as a secret agent was the people I got to work with, the other secret agents. So I was roommates with one of my coworkers because we went to the same school, and I'll make up a name for him. Let's call him Austin, like the great barbecue city in Texas, home of Franklin's Barbecue, USA's #1 best barbecue spot. I love that place so much. You have to line up at like 9 a.m. and you roll on in at like 1 or 2 p.m. Yeah, because the line is really long. The line's so long that you have to bring like lawn chairs to sit down, otherwise your legs will hurt, like mine did. Anyways, coming back. So Austin, this other secret agent, was very, very smart, very good at his job, and an all-around fucking weirdo. So one time, I don't know if this is because like he was a frat boy. Like a frat boy is like a fraternity bruh, and I don't know. They drink beer and shove beer up their butts. I don't know what they do. I was never when I was the nerd walking down the frat street, staring down all those frat boys having fun and drinking on Thursday night, and going, I wish your house would burn down and roll on up in flames with all the fucking beer and alcohol you have stored everywhere. Like I was that person, so I don't know what they do, but I'm imagining he's crazy because he's a frat person. So one of the things he did, and one of the ideas, is like we would do this big test. Like he would test me, because I think they have that, like those initiation, whatever. That's all the stupid stuff. Again, drinking. But this test, so he walked me in to like another building in our apartment complex, and he went to the elevator. And all this is true story. He went to the elevator. I'm falling behind him. I'm like, well, I got nothing better to do. It's like a weekend. And he hits the down button for the elevator to go down. Okay. So the elevator goes down, and he's like, go down to the bottom floor. So there's 3 floors, right? We're on the second floor. He presses it down. The elevator goes down to the first floor. Bottom floor, and he's like, hey Konata, go downstairs to the first floor and hold the elevator on the first floor, the bottom floor. Meanwhile, Austin's on the second floor. Okay, I'm like, okay. And I'm just doing this round. I'll see what he's doing. It turns out he was like breaking open the second floor's elevator door, and he managed to do it. That crazy fucker managed to do it. Open the door. Not only that, Austin then closed that elevator door behind him, so now he's inside the elevator shaft. Meanwhile, the whole thing that was like supposed to be the initiation was like, he wanted me to friggin' join him. I'm like, no thanks. You can, if you want to die, I'll watch. I'll fucking watch. You do whatever the fuck you want. I'm just gonna stand here and maybe help you out, so you don't die. He crawls in. So now I'm on the first floor, holding the elevator door, so that like no asshole rolls on by and goes in the elevator, goes to the third floor, and like crushes him to death. You know, like that's what was going on in my mind. Like probably that wouldn't happen, but that's okay. So he's crawling on the elevator. So at this point, he's crawled down, like rock climbed down to the first floor on top of the elevator. I'm like, I'm just watching. I'm just watching, honestly. It's pretty entertaining, actually. But every time he's like, no, come join me, come join me. I'm like, nope, not doing that. And he's just chilling. He's having the time of his life. I'm just watching. And then this old guy with this like round, you know, like Bell English looking hat comes on by with a briefcase, right? Like really old fashioned, you know, khaki colored jacket, brown, you know, jacket and pants, walks on by. And I'm like, oh shit, he wants to use the elevator. And he did. He wanted to use the elevator. And in my mind, I'm just like rolling this scene in my head. Oh, he's gonna get crushed. He's gonna get crushed. What do I do? What do I do? Like once the elevator goes, I can't stop him. Like I can't freaking stop an elevator. He can't stop a freaking elevator. He's stuck on the top. Oh, and meanwhile, like before this, I forgot this very important part. Before the guy walked along, Austin was trying to get the fuck out of there, out of the elevator shaft, because he realized I wasn't stupid enough to go in there with him. So he was trying to get out, but he couldn't. He could not. He closed the elevator door behind him. For some reason, it locked or whatever. He had like this little pick lock thing to open it up, and it didn't have one in the back. He couldn't get out. He was stuck. He was stuck on top of the fucking elevator, right? Like he would be climbing up and down. He basically climbed up and down like 2-3 times, right? Trying to be like, oh, what do I do? Oh, do I open? I can't open the door. Let me try again. Let me try. This guy rolls along, and I'm like, oh, so he can't get out. This guy might go to the third floor and crush him. I can't stop it. He can't stop it. So I was just like, I just lied. I started BSing. I was like, elevator's broken. It's out of service. And my friend is actually calling for people to help to fix it. And I'm just holding the door. And the guy looked at me and was like, okay. And then he left and he took the fucking stairs. And then eventually everything went fine. Eventually, Austin managed to break out of the elevator shaft on the second floor and walked out. And meanwhile, like I hear a bunch of clanging and steps and stuff. He's trying to be really quiet. So I'm still opening the door, and I think he's upstairs. He comes up and walks behind and goes, ah! And it turns out he's alive. And we go home. And as we're walking home, he's like, I think he was like impressed or I don't know. He's freaking crazy. But he was basically, the whole thing, the psychology was that he was trying to like maybe find out what kind of person I was, or like put me to the test, something like stupid. Like he watched too many friggin' like military movies and cop movies. Anyways, and like gangster movies. But anyways, as we're walking back, he was like, wow, you know, your parents raised you really well. You had really good parents, and your parents raised you really well, you know, like to be that disciplined, or like to not do something stupid. Your parents raised you really well. And I'm like, your parents didn't fucking raise you at all. I didn't say it out loud. I was thinking that. He was shorter than me, but I'm pretty sure he could beat me up. I was pretty scrawny. I'm still pretty scrawny.